Step 7, create request for quotation. We already done step 5, that is purchase requisition. We are mentioning to the company that we need 200 chain locks. Now, what will happen is basically we're going to request for quotations, which means that some different vendors going to be approaching us by providing their pricing for the 200 chain locks that we are purchasing. So we're going to create request for quotation. This would tell vendors that yes, GBI is looking for 200 chain locks with this list of specification. Please provide us with your quotation. Okay. A quotation will basically contain information, the pricing or the services that is going to be provided by the vendor. Okay, it's going to be inside logistic, material management, purchasing, RFQ, quotation, request for quotation, create. Double click on this. Okay, now for this part, enter RFQ type AN. Currently it's by default, it's already there, but if it's not there, then just type in AN. Language is not being instructed, but it's already by default EN, English. RFQ date, we're going to insert today's date, and for the quotation deadline, it's going to be on the first day of next month. Now this will depend on your situation. Currently for mine, there is still a lot more days until we reach July. So if you do this on the 28th of June, better to put it on a much more further date. So currently I'm okay with it. I'm going to follow the instruction, first day of next month. Okay. Now, in the organizational data in section, please ensure it's already insert US00 and purchasing group is N00. Okay, now for the default data for items, we need to insert plant MI00. Okay, nothing is to be done with this part. It's not being mentioned anything on the PDF file. So what happens next is you need to click on reference to purchase requisition. So easier for us to basically retrieve back what is inside the purchase requisition. For this case, yes, we can do without referencing. It would be easier for our situation where we only purchasing one item. Imagine if we were to purchase 100 different items. Do you want to insert back those 100 different items? No. So reference it back to the purchase requisition. It's automatic by default. It's already inside there. But if you are unsure this is your purchase requisition or not, just use the F4 or search out. So the material that we are looking for is this. For plant is this. Press on enter. And this is the one, 372. Currently it's correct. So I'm on the save. Okay. The purchasing group is not, we can let this remain there. And then if everything is okay, click on continue. Now, in this script, create RFQ selection list purchase requisition. You need to enter the storage location to TG00. Currently in term of here is already there. Now, what you need to do now is basically select all items here, select all items, and then click on adopt. Adopt plus detail, adopt. Currently inside the SAP is mentioning adopt, so we're going to click on just inside the SAP lab case study is mentioning adopt, so we're going to just click on the adopt button. So this is going to be transferring it to your RFQ. Now this data is already been transferred from the requisition to your RFQ. Now in the screen create RFQ item overview, we're going to click on the header details. Even though it's not really my screen and the lab instruction is not really aligned, but currently I'm showing you where is the button is. Header details, click on it. We're going to insert the collection number. So this is going to be defining the different quotations into one kind of file. 11005. This is mine. Okay, now then we click on overview. Okay, now in the item overview, we need to ensure that the delivery is correct for this current item. So then we're going to click on supplier address. Now you need to have a look. This is the supplier address. This is the delivery address. Even though it shows lorry, this one shows document. So please be careful. If you are unsure of each button, you can just lay over and it will mention to you what are those buttons is. So currently we supposed to be selecting on the supplier address, and then here we're going to mention from which vendor that is going to be providing with the chain locks. Now in terms of here, we're going to be inserting Midwest Supply. Search for it. Search term is going to be 1005. Press on enter. Okay, Midwest Supplies. Okay, this is the vendor. After it's already inserted, press on enter to populate the information related to this vendor. And then what will happen now, we're going to save this. This is basically a vendor that is Midwest Supply already approached you and stating that we can provide you with the quotation for those 200 chain locks, but they are just giving that information. Okay, press on save. Okay, it's already been created. Now remain on this screen. There are two more vendors that we're supposed to be inserting. One is Dallas Bike Basics and one more is Spy Gear. Now because currently I have no, if you notice here, currently if I use this search term, I only get one company. So if you're using your ID, you're supposed to be getting more. So I'm going to change this to search term 1005. So the next vendor that I'm supposed to be inserting is Dallas. If you're not seeing it, just resort it back. Okay, that is Dallas. So it's already there. Press on enter. Information populated. Press on save. Okay, second vendor. Now for the final vendor, the third vendor is going to be Spy Gear. Same procedure. Spy Gear, double click on it. It's already there. Populate the information and then press on save. Okay, so afterwards you are done with creating request for quotation, and there are 3 different vendors that approach you. Okay, this part here we can exit. Okay, if it's not exit, we cannot press on here. Back doesn't allow you to exit, so click on exit. Okay, then you are done.